How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your Ginger Jolly Geek. Welcome back to the channel. And tonight we're going to be doing a quick canter through all the week's 1/6 scale news and talking a little bit about some of the things I've picked up this week, because I've ended up buying a few toys, which I haven't done for a while, but I've ended up buying technically 4 figures. But we'll talk about that in a bit. So, like I say, just a short show to quickly go through some of the 1/6 scale news that's been out and about and talk about some of those released figures. So, let's crack straight on. Before we get into the actual show itself, just wanted to point your attention towards some shows that we've been doing this week. Myself and James T. Keegan did a quick review of the latest Transformers movie. Please do go check that out. Interesting movie. I enjoyed it, which I wasn't expecting. I've also put out a spoiler filled Flash review. Interesting film, kind of dividing fans. I think some think it's the greatest movie they've ever seen. Others, like myself, think it was okay. But yeah, if you've seen it, go check out that review. It talks all about the kind of the cameos and the kind of the surprises that are in, and there are a few, so it's worth watching that. And let us know what you think of the movie. Literally just in another live show with my friend Andy from Perpetual Comics and the Killer Comic Show, where we've kind of cantered through this week's comic books. It was a really fun discussion. We kind of picked on about 5 books in particular and talked a lot about those, and then briefly touched on a lot of other books that have been out this week. Please do go check that out and let me know what you think of those comics. Tomorrow night, we've got a Saturday Night Live show. We're going to be doing all the geeky news, and we're going to do a bit of a focus on robot-based movies. So again, should be interesting. Please do stop by and check that show out. Finally, on Monday night, we're going to be doing our top 3, myself, James T. Keegan, and Efren from Past Point Comics. We're going to be talking about comedy movies, so our favourite comedy movies and our least favourite comedy movies. So, again, check that one out. Let us know your favourites and let us know which ones you're not particularly keen on Instagram. I'll be putting a poll up probably on Sunday afternoon for that. As ever, push it towards some of the UK YouTube community. You know who they are. Check out This Week Metropolis, The Nerd Herd, The Killer Comic Show, and The Grey Man, all pushing out fantastic content for your perusal and enjoyment. Okay, what are we here tonight to talk about? We're going to be talking about all things action figures, 1/6 scale, and just briefly touching on some of the things I've picked up this week. Lots of news, so let us know in the comments which figures you are particularly interested in, or if there's any of them that float your boat. Andy, nice of you to join me. Seeing a lot of you there tonight, so appreciate you stopping by, bud. Okay, wanted to talk about this first. This is from Premium Toys. This is the Savior and the Inversion. So these are based on the Superman and Lois TV series. If you're not watching that, it's actually really cool. I know lots of people, Andy, aren't fans of Superman, but actually this is a really good story. I quite enjoyed it. I think there's some great family dynamics in it. Bit of a spoiler for the series. Bizarro turns up in season 2, I think it is. And these figures are really quite striking. I like these a lot. I didn't expect to like them. But I do fancy picking them up now. I've seen them. I think they're a real good image and a good design of the costume. I think it stands out a little bit. Let us know if you've got these figures on order and what they're like in hand, because I've seen some people saying that they are, despite being 1/6 scale, they are a little bit short and they don't quite stand up to some of the other Superman figures that are out there. So let us know what you think about that in the comments. But I think they're a pretty cool figure. I quite like the design of them. I like the costume. I think particularly the Savior one pops. So yeah, quite nice. Next, we've got this from Present Toys. This is, I don't know this guy's name. I didn't watch Breaking Bad. I know it's disgraceful. I know everybody keeps telling us I need to go and watch it. But I've not watched Breaking Bad. But I know that this is a very popular character in it. This is from Present Toys. It's got the scarred face. I have seen that on YouTube where his head gets blown up. Not a one for me, but overall I think the sculpt is very good of the actor involved. But yeah, not bad at all. Jack, don't like Superman, think he's too overpowered, but this is a quality show, so grounded. He's more human in being a father than yeah, absolutely, Jack. I completely agree, mate. I really enjoy the series. It's got a lot of family dynamics about it, which I quite enjoy. Now, this is nice. I wasn't expecting this one to come along, and I've got a Terminator from T2 and Arnie, but I ain't got one of these. So this is from Present Toys. This is called Robot Police because obviously it's an unlicensed figure, meaning they don't have the license from the actor. But I think that looks pretty good. So I like the additions you get with it. You get obviously the liquid metal finger there. You get 2 head sculpts with this. So one with the hole going all the way through the head sculpt, which I think looks phenomenal. And you also get 2 bodies. Not quite sure why you get 2 bodies, because it looks like those, unless those bullet holes are molded onto the actual body itself, I'm not sure. I might have to pick this one up to go with me Terminator. I do think it looks very, very cool. Let us know in the comments if you're watching on the Rewind or if you're here tonight what you think of this. I think the fact that the hole goes right the way through his head is really kind of appealing to me. Yeah, it's another one I'm going to have to bloody pre-order. Yeah, like that one a lot. I think it looks pretty cool. What else we got? Oh, this is dog shit. So this is from Toys Turbo. This is Underground King, but they've cunningly blurred out Kingpin on the top there. This is a third-party figure, again unlicensed, and obviously it's a representation of the Kingpin from the Daredevil, Daredevil and Hawkeye show. We've talked about third-party figures before and about the quality of the head sculpts. Look at the state of that, man. It looks like friggin' John Candy. Yeah, this to me is trash. Certainly not a one I'll be picking up. I just think it looks awful. I think it looks absolutely awful. We've got Luke here. Thank you very much for joining, Luke. Nice to see you, bud. Jack, they're stuck on the looks of it. They're stuck on the looks of it. Look at the second pick down on the right. You can, all right, got you, mate. Yeah. So you think the holes are stuck on. Yeah. So I don't know why you get 2 bodies. I mean, it's great. Give us 2 bodies, but yeah, I don't quite understand why you get 2 bodies. But you're right, bud. The T2 looks great. Yeah, it does looks really good. Look at the Christmas tree. Oh, we'll get to that, Andy. So yeah, they're the add-ons, like Andy's just said. You get a horrific kind of Christmas tree thing, and you get some presents and a teddy bear, 2 teddy bears. You get some horrific roses, and I should have zoomed into that picture, but what can only be described as looking like butt plugs. I don't understand what the shit that's all about. Why do you get a Christmas tree with the Kingpin? Was it? I can't remember. In the Hawkeye series, was it set at? Oh, of course, it was set at Christmas time because he was trying to get back to see his family, wasn't he? Yeah, I just find it the most bizarre, random add-ons that you could possibly get. A Christmas tree and some presents. It's very strange. He looks like he's had a stroke. Yeah, I mean that last image. Yeah, don't buy this. It's awful. Then we get this. This is from Thunder Toys. Thunder Toys did a red and blue Spider-Man and a black Spider-Man a little while ago. They've now done Alien Host, which is obviously based on Venom from Spider-Man 3. This is an interesting figure, and I'm a bit confused with this one because I think the alien head sculpt looks phenomenal. That's a very, very cool head sculpt. And I also think the reminders in the chat, is it Topper Grace? I think his head sculpt is superb as well. But the body of the figure is quite bizarre. It looks pretty cool at the top half, but then the second half, the legs, to me, just look a bit odd for a Venom figure. You can also buy this stand separately, the Gargoyle stand, if you wish. But yeah, not sure on this one, guys, because I really do think that Venom head sculpt is pretty good. Let us know what you think in the chat if you think that this is pretty cool or not. These third-party figures in this particular line, probably around about 120 to 150. So it's not badly priced. It's just whether you're happy with that costume or not. Might be tempted. I haven't got a Venom. I ain't got a Venom figure, and I do kind of like that head sculpt. Luke, I know you're a fan of this movie, so yeah, it's a pretty nice one. I like this. Yeah, mate, me too. I do. I like particularly the Venom sculpt is very, very cool. Hot Toys teased with this. This is a Supergirl or Superwoman tease for the Flash movie. You all know she's in the Flash movie, but they are teasing a figure. This is great. I'd love to see this character in Hot Toy format. They have done this before, but Hot Toys, they've teased figures that never turn up. So let's hope they're not doing it here. That said, I've seen the movie now, and I've kind of decided that I ain't going to be buying any figures from it. Not that I've got anything against these characters. It's just not something I want represented in my collection. And that includes the Keaton, surprisingly. The movie, although he was superb in it, kind of made us decide that I ain't going to pick it up. So yeah, be very keen to see this figure when it comes out, if it comes out. And then we've got this. So this is the Mondo Skeletor. It was teased a few weeks ago. I think I showed an image of it last week. Just before I came on air, we got some finalized images. So comes in a standard pack and an exclusive pack. In the standard pack, you get his usual weapons and things like that. You get an additional hood, and you get a cape hood, which I think my figure, their head part is solid plastic. But in the exclusive, you get some additional hands, you get 2 additional head sculpts, and you get the battle damage and the dragon creature that sits on his shoulders. The promo images look stunning. Really, really do like the imagery. He looks very cool, I have to say. But what do I think about this? So I've already got a Skeletor. I would argue he's just as good as this figure. The only thing that this one tips the hat on a little bit is the material hood, because I'm pretty sure my hood is solid plastic. But I love my Skeletor. I absolutely love him. Do I want to get this one? I've got the exclusive He-Man, which comes with a similar kind of array of accessories. I played with them. I stuck them on them. These figures are notoriously bad for paint chips. So as soon as you put that chest piece on Skeletor, it will damage the paint application. It's exactly what happened with my He-Man. And then I put all the stuff in the box. So I've got Skeletor displayed as basics. Sorry, I've got He-Man displayed as basic He-Man with his standard weaponry and things like that. I haven't used any of the additional pieces, and I've put them away in the cupboard. So I would end up probably doing exactly the same with this thing, I think. I think if you haven't got a Skeletor in your collection, it's a must buy if you're a He-Man fan. But if you've got the first release of Skeletor, I'm not convinced you want to be paying the price for this. This will probably run for around about 350 quid, I would imagine. And then you'll have customs on top of that, which is a lot of money. But it's a nice figure. I won't be buying this one. I'm confident. I'm saying that. You heard it here. I will not be buying this figure because I've already got Skeletor and I love my Skeletor figure. So I'll not be picking this one up. Just quickly jumping into the chat. Luke, I know you're a big fan of this Skeletor figure, mate. If you haven't got the original, I would jump on this if I was you. Be interested to know, Luke, how would you be displaying him? Are you going to use all of these additional add-ons and things, or are you just going to display him in his classic kind of style? Because that's what I would probably end up going for, I think. Although I do like the dragon thing. Jack, while it looks insane, Mondo's killing the He-Man characters. Absolutely, Jack. I'm going to touch on that in a little bit. But yeah, I'm loving the Mondo He-Man figures, which is interesting because they're basically big action figures with exposed joints and all that kind of jazz. And I really didn't like the Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse Spider-Man because of that reason. If you're into 1/6 figures, go and check out Justin's collection. He did a superb review or kind of spoiler review of the Spider-Man 29 Across the Spider-Verse figure, and he absolutely loses his shit about it. It's hilarious, and because he's normally very controlled, but he's not controlled about that figure, so it's worth a watch. Luke, I'm very interested in getting a Skeletor, but it might have to be the older one after people upgrade. Yeah, to be perfectly frank, Luke, I don't think you need all this stuff with it. I got into the hype and bought the He-Man with all of the add-on extras and stuff like that, and I don't need them. And like I say, these figures, for whatever reason, the paint marks and chips very easily. So as soon as you start fannying on and putting different chest plates and things on, you damage the actual figure. So yeah, you've got to be very careful. So yeah, but that said, these are saying that these are all exclusive pieces, so you might be able to just buy this one without all those add-on bits if you want just the classic Skeletor look. We've got James T. Hey, yo, James. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope work's not challenging you too much. You could save money and sell me your Skeletor to upgrade. I don't want it, Luke. I'm not going to do it, bud. I ain't buying this one. I'm going to buy it on it. Fucking hell. I would want classic Skeletor, to be honest. I don't need all the extras. Yeah, exactly the same. Exactly the same, Luke. Okie dokie. So yeah, so that's the Mondo Skeletor. It is very, very nice. We also got some images of this. That Simon, the Comic Lad, sent us. This is the Mondo Beastman. I've loved all of these Mondo figures up till now, but I don't know. There's something about this Beastman that's just not blown us away. And I'm not sure why. I can't quite put my finger on it. I just don't think he looks as good as the other figures I've seen so far. I might change my mind when we'll get some other imagery. And it's worth saying that this design hasn't been signed off yet. So it's still waiting to be signed off. Yeah, not sure. Not sure. And presumably have different head sculpts and things, but we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. But not blown us away, this particular rendition of Beastman. I've got nobody on the show that knows anything about bloody Star Wars. Sorry, I always get them confused. I haven't got a clue what this is. I think this is called Crosshairs. This was announced a while ago, but these are some blogger photos of them from Bad Batch. Looks like a cool figure. I particularly like this image. I think that looks amazing. Really like the sniper rifle, if that's what it is. But won't be picking this up. Not a figure for me. I don't collect Bad Batch figures. But overall, yeah, it looks pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing, I guess. Hi, Padbear, nice of you to join. I've got an ex-girlfriend that looks very much like that Beastman. She's angry. Oof, harsh. And then we get this. So this is the Hot Toys Nebula from the latest Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I think this is phenomenal. I think the sculpt is absolutely spot on. There's something very, very sexy about those black eyes. I'm not quite sure what it is. I love the add-ons. I love the effects for the arm pieces and things like that, and the wings. I think she looks absolutely spot on. And I love that effect they've got on the kind of the sword on there with the glowing effect. It looks very, very cool. Is it a one I'll pick up? Most likely not, because I'm not collecting Guardians at the moment. But I do think it's a very cool figure. I think, like I say, the face sculpt is superb and very much on point. She just looks phenomenal. I like the arm. I like everything about her. Yeah, very, very cool. Very cool. InArt, who we've mentioned before, InArt being the kind of the new big boys in the 1/6 scale toy community. They have produced a fair few figures or announced a number of figures, including Harry Potter figures, Lord of the Rings figures, and Batman, obviously. And then they've teased this. So this is obviously Batman versus Superman. If you look at the display base there, so this is very much heavily hinting that we're going to get a Henry Cavill Superman, and I would imagine a Batman, Bat Affleck, to go alongside him. Am I excited? I am. I haven't got a Cavill Superman in my collection, and I do like his version of the character, so I would be tempted by this. Am I excited in terms of the characters they're releasing? I want something new. InArt, come on, get a different property. Don't give her the same figures we've had released a few times. But that said, I am interested in this. We'll see what it's like when it comes out. Then we get this. This is again from Hot Toys. This is the Loki figure from the Loki TV show, the time variant version. This isn't doing it for us at all. I know people will disagree with us. I think that image there with him with his jacket on, I think the costume and everything looks shit. I think it just looks messy. I don't know if it's meant to look like that, but it looks like it doesn't fit him correctly. Not sold on the sculpt. What do you guys think of the head sculpt? To me, it's, I don't know. Can I put my finger on it? I just think the head sculpt is off. It's not flying to us. And then you get a whole host of accessories. And these accessories are these horrible kind of Marvel Legends plastic effect kind of toys, which I'm never a fan of. I don't remember him using a flaming sword in the TV show. Correct us if I'm wrong, but I can't remember that. Yeah, definitely not a one for me. Let us know in the comments if this is something you'll pick up. But yeah, not a one I will be going for. I wanted to briefly mention this. This is the Dynamic Duo from Mars Toys, I believe. I am hyper because I've just had my invoice sent through from 16 Kit to say that this will start shipping on Monday. So I've paid for this. This is a double pack, obviously based on Adam West and Burt Ward from the old 66 card and 66 TV series. I'm hyper about this. I'm praying the figures look as good as they do on screen, because there's a bit of concern with Mars Toys that these might not really be the images of the figures that we're going to get. I'm hoping they are, because they look stunning, absolutely stunning. I've got the 66 Joker and the Cesar Romero Joker, so these are going to look phenomenal stood side by side with him. So hyper. Wasn't expecting these to be coming out so early, so I paid the final bill today, and they will be shipping to us on Monday, hopefully. So yeah, over the moon about that. Andy, you like these ones? Yeah, they look great, mate. I can't remember. I think I paid 20. So this is in dollars, so you have to convert it. It was a $20 deposit, and then I paid $200 today. So whatever that is in English money. But for two figures, that's very, very good, particularly if the head sculpts are like this. Hot Toys put these figures out a while ago, and the prices are obscene these days. So yeah, I'll be very pleased if they come back this quality, this standard. So yeah, you can get them from 16 Kit, but because they are unlicensed, it's quite hard to get them, Andy. So you might have to try and jump on them quickly if you want to get some. Luke saying he loves these. Yep, very, very cool. James T, they look great. Yeah, they're very, very cool, mate. Luke, I would want the Adam West style villains. Yeah, well, we've got the 66 Joker. I did a video about that a little while ago. He is one of the best figures I've ever bought. I think he's absolutely amazing. And then we've also got Penguin coming out, Catwoman and Riddler from the 66 TV series. All of them looking stunning. So yeah, very, very cool. And Andy's saying not a bad price. Yeah, Andy, I think it's very reasonable for two figures. If they're good, if they turn out in the dog shite, I'm going to be disappointed. But if they look anything like this, I'm going to be a happy ginger chappy. I wonder if me and you will get our own 16 scale figure after our show tonight. Absolutely, Andy. It's just a matter of time, mate. It's just a matter of time. Fame. Okay, guys, just wanted to briefly mention some of the figures I've been picking up lately. If you saw this thumbnail, I'm pretty sure you've guessed what I've been buying. So first off, I've been after this for a while. This is Merman from the Mondo He-Man universe. This is a figure that came out a good few years ago now, because this Mondo line's been out for a good while. And he was one that I missed because I wasn't collecting them back then. But for some reason, he's incredibly hard to get a hold of in the UK. There's been various offers of them on eBay overseas, a couple in America, a couple in France. All of them are normally around about the 300 to 400 price mark plus shipping. So it's an expensive figure. You know, I wasn't keen on spending that kind of money. And then one came up on a buy it now in the UK for £200 earlier this week. So I literally crashed the car trying to get onto my mobile phone to order him, and I've got him. So he's on his way. So I'll be doing a full review of him on the channel. He looks incredible. I love him. Absolutely love him. He comes with his sword, his trident, and all that kind of stuff. You get a swap out head, as a lot of these Mondo figures do come with, which is kind of the cartoon accurate head, which are friggin' awful. Nice sculpts, but as soon as you put them on the bodies, it looks ridiculous. So yeah, so this is the Mondo interpretation of his face more than anything. That's the head sculpt I'll be using. So yeah, over the moon with that. It looks absolutely superb. Andy, my mind boggles what accessories you would have. Absolutely. Extremely jealous about some of these. Yeah, I know you want the Merman, James, I'm sure. Look, the Merman is incredible. He is, Nate. He's a stunning figure. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so just showing you some of the other stuff I've bought. These have been delivered now. Oh, so I've got this. This is a hard set to get a hold of. This is the Hot Toys Stormtrooper 2-pack from the obviously I think it's the Empire, the original trilogy. Hard set to get. For some reason, Stormtroopers are very hard to come by, which I don't quite understand. But anyway, saw this set, so picked it up. So you get your two troopers, which both look stunning. You get an array of weapons. So you get a hand blaster and a holster. You get two rifles there. And then you get what looks like, you can't really see the image that well, but what looks like one of the huge kind of repeater rifles. So yeah, they look stunning. They're going to flank me Vader. I'm going to change my setup. So I've got Empire on one shelf. So we'll have Vader and the two Stormtroopers. And then we'll also have this guy. So this is the anniversary edition Empire Boba Fett. So he looks amazing. I've hummed and hawed about getting this figure for a while. I've got my Mando, but I never had a Boba. So I had to get this one. Now, Star Wars nerds, you'll have to explain this to us, because this comes with added bits. So it's got, where is it? What does it say? Alternate version Boba Fett armor. So he comes with like yellow bits to add on. So a different colored jetpack, different kind of gauntlet thing. And his helmet, the alternate helmet, you get two different helmets, has got, can you see it on that image? It's got like little markings on the top of his helmet, like teardrop kind of things going on. Never know. I don't think I'll be displaying any of that. I'll be displaying him as he came in the movie. But yeah, he looks stunning. Can't wait to get into him and unbox him properly and have a good look at him. So that's what I've been picking up lately, guys. I've got a Merman, two Stormtroopers, and a Boba Fett. Andy, you monster, you don't even like Star Wars. I do. People would stop. I do like Star Wars. I just like what I like. I don't get myself going to insult some of my colleagues. I don't get myself into like absolute geek nerd levels where I know the absolute ins and outs and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, I do like my Star Wars movies, and that means I'll have a kind of a bad guys shelf, shall we say, and then I'll have a shelf underneath where I'll have Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka, Mandalorian. So I might need another hero to go there. But yeah, they will look pretty cool, I think. Fuzzy twinsies, yeah, so they can flank Vader. Pure mince from Andy. People enjoy army building, so despite expense, like the buying bulk. Yeah, I think the thing is, Luke, they've not re-released them. So you would think you would get a whole host of troopers. Well, you've got lots of different variations of them. But those classic kind of clean troopers, for some reason, are very hard to get a hold of. Anyway, I wanted one for a while, and then the 2-pack came up. So yeah, very, very pleased to have them in the old collection. Imagine explaining to your missus, yeah, love where I got a lovely Merman and a Boba Fett with double helmet action. Absolutely. She doesn't even look at what I buy anymore. She pays no interest, which is quite lucky. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. That's all I wanted to prattle on about tonight. I do appreciate you all stopping by. I know I ask a lot of you on a Friday night to watch 2 shows in a row, so I appreciate that. Thank you. But I'll ask more of you. So come and watch what tomorrow night. We're going to do our Saturday night live show. We're going to do all the geeky news, what we've been buying, what we've been reading, and then some movie reviews. We'll probably touch on The Flash. And then we'll also talk a little bit about robot movies or cyborg-based movies. We always have a fun, full cast there. We've got a few people missing tomorrow, so if anybody fancies hopping on, do let us know. The more the merrier for that show. Okay, that's your whack. Thank you very much, everybody. I really do appreciate you stopping by, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.